Throughout the course of this NBA season, the Dallas Mavericks have had to deal with injuries, illnesses, and losing to some of the worst teams in the league. And on top of all of that, it somehow got worse. Shams reported earlier today that Dereck Lively will have to miss 2 to 3 months due to a fracture found in his foot. Initially, it was an ankle sprain, which should have just sidelined him for about a week or two. But now that we know that he will have to miss 2 to 3 months, the playoff aspirations for the Dallas Mavericks are definitely in question, as we still don't know when Dante Exum will return or Luka Doncic. So in this video, we're going to take a look at all the information that we have surrounding Dereck Lively, his injury, who else is going to be missing games, and what does this mean for the Dallas Mavericks moving forward. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 16,945 subscribers, getting very, very close to 17K. So if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest, with our watch-alongs, our news vids, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. And I just want to apologize beforehand. I'm also dealing with some weird illness right now. I got a sore throat. My head's all stuffy, but I'm going to still try to deliver these Dallas Mavericks updates as they come through. But like I said, the Dallas Mavericks have had a very, very unlucky start to the season, and now that we're halfway through the season, that unluck is still continuing today. And it feels like forever since we got any bit of good news. In the beginning of the season, we had some small injuries with Maxi Kleber, Dante Exum with his wrist injury, having to miss significant time himself, and Luka Doncic with the small injuries here or there. And then Christmas time came, and during that game, Luka Doncic had a calf strain where he's going to be out for significant time. And now with Dereck Lively. And of course, that weird illness bug running around the locker room where even coaches were getting sick, to the point where they had to cancel practices and meetings. It's just that bad. Things are just getting that bad for the Dallas Mavericks. And somehow, like I said, it still gets worse. It still gets worse. And for today's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, this is our injury report. Dereck Lively is no longer questionable. He is out. He's going to be missing 2 to 3 months. But Najee Marshall is questionable. He is also sick yet again. Klay Thompson is questionable with a left ankle sprain. Quentin Grimes is questionable again with back spasms. That's what he had against the Charlotte Hornets. That's why he was out. We also have Dwight Powell, who's out with a right hip strain. Jaden Hardy is out with a right ankle sprain. Luka Doncic is still out with a left calf strain. And Dante Exum is out with his right wrist surgery. And that is a very, very big list of players that are questionable and out, to the point where I don't know who's actually going to play today. I don't know who's actually going to be on the floor, if we have anybody on the bench, if we're going to have to run a 7-man rotation at the absolute most. The Dallas Mavericks have not gotten a break all season long, with all these injuries, with all these illnesses. And we all know that with this Dallas Mavericks team, perfectly constructed, perfectly healthy, we are a threat to any team in this league. The problem is we cannot stay healthy, and I don't blame anybody for that. You can't really blame anybody in the medical staff. They can't prevent guys from spraining their ankles or getting hit on the court. You can't really blame them for the illnesses. And I mean, although Jimmy Butler is the reason why we got sick, and you could probably give out medicine, do different type of procedures to make sure that you don't spread the sickness, but guys are still getting sick. Things keep getting worse for the Dallas Mavericks, and with the playoffs just right around the corner as we're halfway through the season, the Dallas Mavericks may consider tanking. Some people think that the Dallas Mavericks should tank. I think there's no real point in tanking, but I also feel like there's no real point in keep trying to fight, keep trying to just stay in that play-in/playoff picture, as the Mavericks are currently in the 7th seed. It's going to be very, very hard to justify which direction we go. Do we risk tanking for not even a lottery pick, really, or a late first-round pick? Or do we keep trying to win games, trying to make it to the playoffs? But if we do make the playoffs, are we even going to have a healthy roster? Or guys going to be available? There's a lot of questions surrounding the Dallas Mavericks right now, and it just does not look good. This was supposed to be an amazing season for the Mavericks after they made the finals last year, come back this year better than ever with a much better roster, and take on the league, go back to the finals, and show them what we're made of. But it's hard to do that when no one is available. And taking a look right here, it was reported from Shams that Dallas Mavericks center Dereck Lively II has sustained a small fracture in his foot and is expected to miss 2 to 3 months. Critical loss for the Mavs, and critical loss indeed. Dereck Lively has had an amazing season so far, which is hard to really say after he had an amazing rookie year, but he was looking amazing this season, putting up not crazy numbers, but still able to put up good numbers for a second-year player, able to really just be that tandem with Daniel Gafford as our two center rotation, and it's going to be very, very difficult now that he's gone. But this does raise a question about trades. Are the Dallas Mavericks still going to make any trades this trade deadline? I truly believe that any trades that the Dallas Mavericks do make will be minimal. Just trying to trim the fat. Meaning you're probably going to move Jaden Hardy, you're probably going to move Maxey, maybe even Dwight Powell, depending on who's available for trade. I don't see us making any big crazy trades right now when most of our guys are injured, most of our guys are out, and we need everybody. A lot of people were saying how, yeah, trade Daniel Gafford. Well, after that huge game against Charlotte and after all these injuries, Daniel Gafford is a hot commodity for the Dallas Mavericks. We need him now more than ever. So it's safe to say that Daniel Gafford will not be going anywhere. He is a Maverick for now, at least, for the next few years at least. But we're not going to make any big crazy moves. We really just need to get healthy. And after this news, after seeing all those guys that are going to be out today against the Timberwolves, it's really hard to tell when will we be healthy. When will the Dallas Mavericks finally get a break, come out on the floor with everybody available and get things done? It also begs the question, what are we going to do with Luka Doncic? A lot of people would say that we're wasting Luka's best years, that year after year we keep disappointing Luka. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. Luka's only about 25, 26 years old. He's still young, barely even hitting his prime yet. He will be fine. I understand all the frustration surrounding it because it feels like we have one great year, and then we tanked for Dereck Lively. Then the next year we made the finals, and then now it feels like we're going to tank again. I understand the frustration. It's just not fair. I think that's the best way to put it. It's just not fair, not just to the Dallas Mavericks, but to the fans too. We got very excited after that finals run. We were very excited going into the season, but with injury after injury after illness, nobody can catch a break. Not the players, not the fans, and it's just very, very unfortunate. And the last thing I want to show you guys is this right here. Daniel Gafford, 48.2%, has the second best, lowest opponent field goal percentage at the rim in the NBA this season. Derrick Lively, the second at 54.4%, also has the eighth best opponent field goal percentage at the rim this season. And I'll show you guys this because that just highlights how important Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively are for the Dallas Mavericks. Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively are not top 10 centers in the league by far, but for the Dallas Mavericks, it definitely feels like they are. They feel like the two best centers in the league, and the numbers definitely prove it. And without Derrick Lively, like I said, we're going to have to lean heavily on Daniel Gafford, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think Daniel Gafford can't prove that he can be our main center for the upcoming future. Obviously, when Dwight Powell comes back, he'll have to take some of those minutes from Daniel Gafford, and in the meantime, we will have to see Maxey Kleber play at the 5, maybe even PJ if they really want to. But without Dereck Lively, we're going to have to lean on Daniel Gafford, but I do think we're in good hands. And I'm not sure if any of you guys saw this the other day after the Timberwolves game, but one of the most significant pieces of intel coming from today's game in Charlotte was Jason Kidd's injury update on Dereck Lively II. When asked if Lively is close to returning, Kidd said, "I don't think so." Despite being listed as questionable against Charlotte, it seems as if Lively's return from the right ankle sprain that he suffered last Tuesday is still a ways away. And so that should have been a little indicator all along. Jason Kidd also said that Dante Exum was far from returning as well. And it really makes me wonder if the front office is thinking just throw the season away. Throw it all away. I know we're halfway through this season, but there's no point in trying. We may as well just try to get a good draft pick. We may as well just try again next year. Do what you can this year to prepare the team for next year. And I'm not too sure if that's really what they're thinking, but you got to wonder, what is the front office going to do? Which direction is this team going to take? Is this going to be like 2 years ago where we tanked for Dereck Lively? Are we going to try and tank for someone in this upcoming draft? And I don't think that there's a player that the Dallas Mavericks could ideally and realistically draft that could turn everything around. But I think the most important thing is just maybe next season we will be fully healthy, and that'll be the year that we finally make it back to the finals and win a championship. But you guys let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think that this season's over? Do you think we're cooked? Or do you think that there's still a chance that the Mavericks could come back and try to make the most out of this season? But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for being started to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care and drink water. Peace.